Example number 2, graphing a quadratic function in standard form. This is the continuation of chapter 2.2, characteristics of quadratic functions. Step number 1, to find ABC. Actually, this is called identify from the graph. So identify the ABC from equation or from the function. Next step is to find the axis of symmetry using the formula x equals negative b over 2a and draw AOS, which is axis of symmetry. Step number 3, find the vertex by plugging in the x value into the given equation and find y. So it will be like x comma y. Step number 4 is to identify the y-intercept, that is always the number that is without x. So it's going to be 0 comma c. Evaluate the other two x values. So one value you will get it from this formula and choose either 2 points left of it or 2 points right of this to find the other 2 points and graph one side of the parabola and its mirror image on the other side of the parabola. Graph fx equals 3x squared minus 6x plus 1. Label vertex and axis of symmetry. Step number 1 is to identify the A, B, and C. So in this case, A is 3, B is negative 6, C is 1. Now A is greater than 0 because A is 3. So the graph or the parabola opens up. Now we are going to find the vertex. Before that, we are going to find the axis of symmetry. So x equals negative b over 2a. So b is negative 6. So you're going to have, so there are going to be two negatives on the top. That is going to be positive 6 on the top divided by 6 on the bottom. You're going to get axis of symmetry as 1. Now you're going to use this x value and plug it into the given equation, x as 1, and you're going to find out the y value or the function value at x equals 1. So this is going to be 3 minus 6 plus 1. That is going to be negative 3 plus 1 and it's negative 2. So the vertex is going to be 1 comma negative 2. So if you notice this is an open graph where you can plot the lines according to your need. So for example, this is going to be an upward parabola and I'm going to use this is as my x-axis, and on here I'm going to use my y-axis so that I can have a full graph for my function fx equals 3x squared minus 6x plus 1. Now I'm plotting 1 comma negative 2. So it's 1 comma negative 2 is this point right here. I'm also going to be plotting my axis of symmetry, that is x equals 1. So it's going to be a straight line, straight vertical line that is passing through 1 and it's a vertical line. So we did the step 2 and 3 in the same steps. Now step number 4 is to find the y-intercept, and y-intercept is 0 comma c, and in this case is going to be 0 comma 1. So here is my y-intercept. If I plot it, it's going to be 0 comma 1 here, and its mirror image is going to be on the other side of the axis of symmetry line. So this is my axis of symmetry line, where this is going to be my vertex, or x value is 1. So to find the two other points, we are going to use either the two right side points, so it means that either choose 2 comma 2 and 3 and find the y value, or you're going to choose two left point and find the y value for the two left x values. So for example, I'm choosing the two left x value from 1. So the x equals 0 and x equals -1. And from here, I'm going to find the y value. So for 0 is going to be really easy because it's just the 1, because this becomes 0, this becomes 0, 0 minus 0 plus 1. So my y value is 1. So the point is going to be 0 comma 1, so which we already have here. For -1, I'm going to use x as -1 into the main equation here and use the y values, or find the y value. So -1 square minus 6 times -1 plus 1. So here we're going to get is 3 times 1 plus 6 plus 1. And that is going to be 9 plus 1, that is 10. So -1 comma 10. Remember, the -1 squared is going to be +1, whereas -6 times -1 is +6. When you add all of them, you're going to get the y value as 10. So -1 comma 10. Going to plot the 0 comma 1, which is I already plotted, and -1 comma 10 would be 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. This point right here, once you get the one side of the parabola, the other side is just a mirror of the one side. So if from the axis of symmetry, this is 2 step here, this is going to be 2 step on the other side of the axis of symmetry, and you're going to get the parabola, which is a vertical stretch parabola by the factor of 3. You can also think about this graph as and follow the pattern 1 comma 3 comma 5. So in this case, my a is going to be 3 because a is 3 here. So you're going to multiply the 3. So 3 times 1 comma 3 comma 5 would be 3, 9, and 15. So wherever you start the parabola, means the vertex, you go up 3, and then from there up 9, and then from there up 15. Now you're going to pause the video and try problem number 4. So step number 1 is to identify A, B, and C. So A is -2, B is -8, and C is 1. Step number 2, you're going to find the axis of symmetry, which is x equals -b over 2a. So b is -8, so there is a sign negative already. 2 times a means 2 times -2. A divided by -4 is -2. So that's your axis of symmetry. It means it's the line that passes through -2. So it's going to be this line right here. And when you draw this line, you already know that half of the parabola is going to be on the left side of this line and the other one is on the right side. So you can choose 2 points on the left of it or on the right of it. I'm choosing these 2 points for the extra points. So I'm choosing -1 and 0, because -1 and 0 are the small points. If I choose -3 and -4, I can certainly choose this side as well, but I'm choosing -1 and 0 because it's just small points and it's going to be easy when I calculate for y. Before I find extra points, I'm going to find out the vertex. So x equals -2, I'm going to plug it in for x value, and I'm going to solve for f of -2. So -2 times -2 square. Remember, -2 square is going to be 4, and 4 times -2 is -8. -2, -8, when you multiply them, it's going to be +16 plus 1. -8 plus 16 is 8. 8 plus 1, 9. So your vertex is going to be 2 comma 9, or actually it's going to be -2 comma 9. So when I'm going to plot this, it's going to be 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. And just remember, this is a is -2, so a is less than 0, so the parabola opens down. So parabola opens down. So the next point I'm going to use is by plugging in the 2 points that is the right side of axis of symmetry. So this is axis of symmetry. Half of the parabola is going to be this side and the half on the other side. You just make one half and mirror the other half on the other side of this line. Choose -1 for x value and plug it in here. You're going to get the y value. So -2 times -1 square, so which is 1. So -2 times 1 is -2. -8 times -1 is +8 plus 1. So 8 plus 1, 9, minus 2 is 7. So my next point is -1 comma 7. So -1 comma 7, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, this point right here. And the next one, when you plug it in 0, so this becomes 0, this becomes 0, the answer is 0 comma 1. And my 0 comma 1 point is going to be this point right here. So I got the one side already, and now I'm going to get the other side. So just remember, this is my line of reflection or line of axis of symmetry. My other side is going to be just the mirror of this side. So it's going to be one point here and then the other one here, and I'm going to plot and draw from these 2 points and get the parabola graph that is symmetrical from the axis of symmetry, that is x equals -2. You can also use the pattern that we learned. So the pattern was 1 comma 3 comma 5 for the parent graph, but here we have a as -2, so we're going to multiply with that. So the pattern is -2 down, -6 down, and -10 down. So from the vertex, you're going to go down 2, down 6, and down 10. So that's the pattern for if you have a -2 for A, and 1 comma 3 comma 5 is the pattern for just a parent graph.